The Chiefs' 2025 schedule just got released by the NFL, and in this video, I'm going to react to it. But if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Michael Darcy, and you are watching the KC Sports Report. Do me a big time favor and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for daily Chiefs coverage. Now, getting into the reaction portion of this video, we are going to look at the Chiefs' 2025 schedule. This is coming from Matt McMullen on Twitter. You can find him at KCChiefs_Matt. And right away, the first game on the Chiefs' schedule does not come as much of a surprise to anybody. And that is the Chiefs are playing the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil in week 1 of the NFL season. This is an away game for the Chiefs. We talked about this on the channel a couple of days ago. This is very interesting because the Chiefs played in Germany a couple of years ago, and the fact that they're going to Brazil now, they played in Mexico City a couple of years ago. That was back when I think Phillip Rivers was still with the Chargers. So it's been a while, but you're starting to see the Chiefs get pushed out internationally. They're starting to become a much bigger brand around the world, and I think that the fact that NFL put them in Brazil to start the season is a big sign. It is a huge sign, and the Chiefs got a couple of other primetime games that we're going to talk about in this video. Let's just say the holidays are going to be all Chiefsed out. Like, it's going to be a Chiefs holiday season this year, and we'll just get to it in a minute, but the second game of the season, the Chiefs return home for their home opener, and they will play the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch, and that game's at 3:25. Kind of interesting to see this game is not a primetime game, but the Chiefs got so many primetime games that they can't all be on, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, so they kind of had to spread it out, but the Eagles and Chiefs will play in a Super Bowl rematch in week 2. I think the schedulers probably wanted to see this game happen earlier on in the season, so both of these teams aren't banged up, and we kind of get, that early season matchup that gets everybody engaged. And then in week 3, the Chiefs go on the road to play the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football. The fact that the NFL put the Chiefs and Giants on Sunday Night Football, I think is kind of criminal. This is going to be a horrible football game. The Chiefs should win this game by multiple touchdowns. I think this is an example of New York needing a primetime game, and since they're not going to be very good this season, if the Chiefs are going to be playing them, that game was going to be primetime. So Chiefs-Giants Sunday Night Football in week 3, that is going to be absolutely horrific. And then in week 4, the Chiefs return home to play the Baltimore Ravens. This is also a 3:25 kickoff. Kind of interesting to see this game on at 3:25, but again, kind of like the Eagles, when you have so many primetime games, they can't all be played, on primetime. So that's going to be a really fun game to watch in week 4. Week 5, the Chiefs go on the road to play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this game is going to be on Monday Night Football. In week 6, the Chiefs go back home to play the Lions at Arrowhead Stadium. This is going to be a fantastic game. Primetime Sunday Night Football. So through the first 6 weeks of the season, half of the Chiefs games are in prime time. I guess, no, more than half, because that Chiefs game in Brazil is going to be at 7 p.m. So 4 of the 6 games are in prime time. And then they go play the Raiders at noon. That game is also going to be at Arrowhead Stadium, and that's going to be in week 7. Week 8 has the Chiefs playing the Washington Commanders. That game is also a primetime game. That will be on Monday Night Football. So back-to-back home games. Actually, no, 3 home games in a row, followed by a game in Buffalo. Goodness gracious. They go to Buffalo again. So we're going to Buffalo. That's going to be a 3:25 kick. Probably should be prime time, but again, you can't all play on prime time. So in week 9, the Chiefs go to Buffalo to play the Bills. In week 10, they have their bye week. In week 11, they play the Denver Broncos in Denver. In week 12, they play the Colts at home. Week 13, they play the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving at 3:30. I mentioned it earlier on in the video. The Chiefs have a ton of games this year, not only on prime time, but during the holiday season. And so the Chiefs and Cowboys will play on Thanksgiving, and that should be a very highly anticipated game. They have the Chiefs going to play the Texans on Sunday Night Football. That game is going to be at home. So if I'm just counting down from the bye, 11, 12, 13, 14. In week 15, the Chiefs play the Chargers at home. Week 16, the Chiefs will go to Tennessee to play the Titans. That game will be at noon. And then on Christmas Day, the Chiefs will play the Denver Broncos. That game will be prime time on Thursday Night Football at home, so another prime time game. And then the Chiefs will round out their season in Week 18 by playing the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas. And the date of that is to be determined. But goodness gracious, Chiefs Kingdom. I mean, all of the primetime games they have this season, it just shows you, how dominant this team has been and how much of a global brand they've become, because all of these games are going to be primetime, and if they're not primetime, they're going to be 325s. So this is going to be a very interesting season. I want to talk a little bit more about, how this schedule is going to fare for the Chiefs, and we're going to do that right after a word from our sponsor, DM Injury Law. This video is sponsored by DM Injury Law. Have you ever been injured in an accident? You may be entitled to significant compensation, but you need to act fast. DM Injury Law is Kansas City and Missouri's trusted personal injury firm with offices across Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Colorado. With over $600 million recovered for thousands of clients, they have the experience and firepower needed to take your case all the way to trial. DM Law is a full-service firm backed by a powerful team of investigators, case managers, and medical record specialists that are all focused on one thing: getting you the compensation you deserve. The best part, you don't pay unless they win. DM Law works on a contingency fee basis and offers free consultations, so there is no risk in making the call. Let them handle the fight while you focus on recovery. Heard in a car wreck? Call Mike. Remember, Mike's got this. You can contact DM Injury Law today by phone or online to schedule your free consultation. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Thank you to DM Injury Law for sponsoring this video. Now, getting back into the main portion of this video, if we just go ahead and look at the Chiefs' schedule, and there are some really tough games on here, I want to ask you this question. I saw it on Twitter. I believe Carrington Harrison from The Drive asked it. If the Chiefs could go 1-1 in their first two games, which game would you rather them win? Would you rather them beat the Chargers in Brazil, or would you rather them beat the Eagles in that Super Bowl rematch? I think it's pretty easy for me. I'd rather have them beat the Eagles in that Super Bowl rematch. But if we just look, I mean, there's some tough games, but the tough games to me kind of come right here. When they play the Lions, when they play the Commanders, I mean, that Eagles game is going to be tough. I think the Ravens are very interesting. They actually just extended Derrick Henry a couple of years. So I feel like out of the first four games, it's Eagles and Ravens that are the most difficult. At the absolute worst, they should go 2-2 in their first four. They should probably go 3-1 or undefeated, but it'll be interesting to see how good the Eagles are to start their season and what the Ravens are like, in week 4. I mean, I'm not super high on the Ravens. They're not a team that usually, has the Chiefs number, so I might lean towards the Chiefs. Honestly, I'm not going to pick against the Chiefs against the Ravens, so that'll be interesting. Going down, I think the Raiders at noon, that's not really much to be worried about. Commanders on Monday Night Football, that one's interesting. I mean, at the Bills, again, the Bills will probably win their Super Bowl and then lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs. This has happened, for the past couple of years. I don't think anything's going to change. Then you have the Broncos on the road. That Broncos game on Christmas is going to be really interesting because it almost seems like that game could be for the division. Maybe it's for a spot, in the wild card. Well, not for the Chiefs in the wild card, but maybe the Broncos are fighting for a wild card spot, or maybe this is a, game the Chiefs could win and then end up getting the 1 seed, assuming that everything goes right. There's going to be a video where we go out and just talk about each and every single game and give a prediction for it. I am going to hold off, though, just because I want to look into more of the teams and get more research done. Gut reaction, this is probably a 13 or 14 win football team. And I think that just shows you, the level of talent that they have, and they're just waiting to explode. I really do think that the Chiefs should be in a good spot. The question's going to be, is everyone able to stay healthy? If you have everybody stay healthy, then the Chiefs should be in a really good spot. But I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. What do you think of this schedule? Do you think the Chiefs are going to have a good season, maybe a mediocre season? Or are they going to have a regression from last year in any sense? I don't want to say that they're going to regress, but they also might not win 15 games. I mean, winning 15 games is really hard to do, and I wouldn't be upset if the Chiefs won 13 or 14 games. Like, I think that's still a really good season, and it puts them in the driver's seat to potentially get that #1 seed. So Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. That is all the time I have in this video. Hit the like button on this video and subscribe to this channel for more daily Chiefs content. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.